Let's kick off this week with the tidbits, fellas. I'm on the Hawkesbury 0%er tonight. So our tidbits sponsored by Hawkesbury Brewing Co. Thanks to the team down there at Lisarow for sponsoring this first little segment of the show. Get down and grab a beer, grab a ginger, or if you're like me and really struggling, get on a 0%er. Tastes unreal, and I'm not going to have a hangover in the morning. I'll feel like crap. But here we go with our tidbits. I think, Davo, you're going to kick us off this week, mate. What do we got here?
Yeah, the first one, good old, this week it is no Nolan Ryan or Tony Gwynn, so we had to go digging, but it wasn't too hard to find things. Good old Bob Gibson. He's the only pitcher to win 7 consecutive World Series starts, and if that wasn't a good enough feat, each one a complete game. So it says a lot about the guy, but when Major League Baseball lowers the mound because of this guy, shows how good he was. And that stat alone, like 7 consecutive World Series starts and each one a complete game.
Yeah.
Unheard of.
Unreal. You mentioned the lowering the mound, mate. Toronto Tigers, I reckon their measuring tapes are wrong. I had a look at that mound on Friday or whatever it was, Randall. Nothing like the old Toronto number 2.
No, mate.
No, they must have brought in new laws.
No Adelaide Street.
Definitely no Adelaide Street either, mate. And I'm out. I'm probably going to play left field with the helmet because I can't play right field because Randall will be there.
Second base champ. You'll be right.
Oh, beautiful. What else you got for us, Davo?
So another GOAT on the mound, good old Greg Maddux. So he walked no batters in 236 of his starts. So if that sounds insane, that's because it is. To go 236 starts in your career and not walk a batter. I'm lucky to go to 23 innings, 2 innings, let alone. But 236 starts without walking a batter.
Yeah. Just a different game back then, wasn't it? Just dominated, threw lots of strikes. Yeah.
77 pitch complete games. He was just a machine that was pounding the strike zone. Like, he might have pounded the strike zone, but no 2 pitches were the same. Or the pitch would be the same, but the location wasn't, and he just painted.
I do love all the memes of him painting houses, but, only the edges.
Yeah, only the corners.
Yeah, only the corners. Yeah. What's
and
next,
finally, so they brought in a new stat in 1988 for like people that swing at the first pitch or have a hit off the first pitch. Derek Jeter has 650 first pitch hits, more than any other player since the pitch statistics were brought in. So 650 hits from the first pitch. So there's no seeing a guy in. He's up there hacking from the word go.
So, Roachy, he used to do that. Never throw in a fastball down the middle.
Yeah, Roachy was never one.
Best way to be, mate. Like, seriously, especially if you're playing these higher grades and you're a subpar player like myself, you're the old 9 and 9, you pretty much know you're going to get it one down the middle, first pitch. Same as kids these days. They're taught, you got to take the first strike, rah, rah, rah. Mate, under 12s, under 14s, even under 16s, what are the pitchers taught to do? Work from in front. So what do? Get me over fastball right down the middle. Strike 1. Mate, get your hacks in. And this shows why.
Not for us old blokes, mate. I'm throwing a nice slow curve. It's like, you want to pop up on that? Go for it. But I'm starting you with a nice slow curve. Forget the straight ball down the middle.
Yeah.
We only talking about this the other day, Davo. The old work backwards, and then when we get to the 3rd, 4th, 5th innings, then it reverses up. Throw a bit of traditional.
Yeah, as kids, they're not taught that though either. That's something that comes with experience and age and experience. With young kids, they're just taught, work from in front. You got to work from in front. Get that first pitch fastball. And the kids that are hitting are taught, you got to take a strike. You got to take a strike. You never swing at the first pitch. Well, when it's on your thigh-high fastball, first pitch, why wouldn't you?
Yep. Get your hacks in, kids.
And with age and experience, it means you just can't rear back and just throw heat right down the middle and say, here you go, catch up and hit it.
Yep, that's right. Anyone can guess fastball, mate. Anyone can guess fastball.
But 650 hits on first pitch, that's a fair effort.
It is a fair effort. Good on you. Mate, how's this one? Sitting here realising just how long a throw from deep shortstop to first base is when you look at it from this perspective. It's unreal that probably Patrick Mahomes throws about 10 of them a game, and gives you a bit of a better understanding having a look at that, that's for sure.
Yep.
How's
the 35-yard, what are you, the 30, 35-yard line, and then throwing it to the other 30-yard line?
Yeah.
The good old Coliseum. It's good for that, isn't it?
Yeah. How was the seating though? When you're playing baseball there and you're sitting this way, facing this way to watch the baseball. What was the other one? The Toronto. What was
the Blue Jays?
The first Blue Jays stadium was like that too.
We might get that out for next week.
Yeah, we'll have to. It was quality. Next one I've got is a bit of Charles Barkley here on some of the old NBA players that are going a bit soft. Wait a minute, you're going to make $70 million and you can't play basketball 3 or 4 days a week, then fly private. They got the best medical stuff ever created. People working the steel mill every day. I'm pretty sure they are tired too, but they can go to work every day. So, fair comment there from old Charles.
Very true. I read that and couldn't agree more. It's like they're just pandered to these days, and I'm sorry, you didn't see Jordan or any of those guys sort of taking a day off.
Nah, no one said. You're seeing it a lot now. They're just ticked over halfway through the year, and they're seeing a lot more of it. Play the games. You're getting paid absolute fortune. Play them.
Baseball's the same, mate. Baseball's the same, isn't it?
It is. It is.
The Cal Ripken record.
Yeah.
No one will ever get close to that ever again.
No. Not a chance. All right, Randall.
Rightio. Greg Maddux holds the record for the most gold gloves in MLB history with 18 gold gloves. Not bad.
Not bad
for a pitcher. Yeah, he probably didn't have to work too hard on that mound. He just painted the edges as we talked about earlier. But, yeah, pretty bloody good. 18.
And getting comebackers because no one's making good contact because he's moving the ball so much. But he was very agile. He was he was another infielder. It's like some pitchers, not bad, but he was an infielder.
Yeah, 100% agree. You look at some of the highlights, you see him on the socials all the time. They bring him up, and some of the plays that he makes off the mound, of little, scribbers off the bat, or they've capped one down the line, or bunt plays. He was a good fielder.
He was indeed.
18 is crazy. When you think like Brooks Robinson has 16, and one of the greatest, if not the greatest fielding third baseman of all time, and Maddux has more than him. So,
it's crazy, isn't it? Next, Paxton Lynch. I love this one. It's the only quarterback to ever be benched in the NFL, the CFL, the XFL, and the USFL. He must be pretty good.
Wow, he must be special. Have you seen any of his stats, Randall?
Only a couple. I talked about this with a guy at work the other day, actually. He's a Broncos fan, and he said, mate, this guy is rubbish.
I'm just bringing up his...
That's a fair effort. That's a lot of different leagues here.
Yeah.
Yeah. He threw... He's had 5 games. He threw 792 yards.
This is in the NFL?
Yeah, this is in the NFL.
Have a look at who he actually come in to replace.
Who did he replace?
it
If you
Peyton?
get a chance.
Was it Peyton?
Have a look.
I can't see. Where is it?
Oh, good.
Tell
We'll
me.
save it up for another time.
That good, is it?
Yeah,
All right,
could
I'm
make
gonna
it-
have
we
to
could
do
make
my
it-
homework.
we can have a good chat about that one later.
Righto. What do you got next? This was a gem.
The last one. This was today. I don't know how many people are watching much spring training, but obviously we all are. The Orioles and the Pirates come to the bottom of the ninth. Pirates were at home. They were up 7-4, I believe. And the umpire said, well, that'll do. That's a day. But spring training, you want your pitchers and your hitters to get and fielders to get all their work in they can get. So the umpires left. And both managers wanted to continue on. Players wanted to continue. So they finished the game without the umpires. The catcher was calling balls and strikes. And, they played out the bottom of the ninth without any officials. Well, that's
Probably better outcome too.
it probably was. I think they might have asked to have the automated strike zone, but it didn't really come in for them. But
All
just
about
shows,
getting
mate.
those innings and
That's
at
right.
bats in spring training. So good on them.
I'm sure those umpires have paid massive money. It's spring training. Come on. Everyone wants to get their work in. I'm sure they're not perfect either yet. They should be seeing more pitches as well. And
In the Giants game the other day, they did it. Played the bottom out when they didn't need to. Umpires hung around for that one.
Well, if
good
they
on
don't
us,
want to be
should
replaced by robots,
hang around and help out. These
That's
guys
it.
want to play, so get them in there. There's lots of spring training action happening. It's great.
Oh, it's unreal. Let's close out the tidbits. Thanks to Hawkesbury Brewing. Get down and have a beer down there at Lisarow or purchase yourself some takeaways. And that's it for this week for the tidbits.